If you've been saying you trust God, but you still feel anxious, overwhelmed, or like everything is on you, this is going to confront you a little bit. Because the truth is, you don't fully trust God. You just feel safer saying that you do. And I'm not saying that to shame you. I'm saying that because I lived there for a long time. I said all of the right things. I trust God. I'm surrendered. I'm walking in faith, not fear. But my life didn't reflect that. I was still trying to control outcomes, overthinking every decision, needing clarity before I moved, feeling pressure all the time, constantly looking for signs. And I couldn't understand why I felt so disconnected, why I couldn't hear God clearly, why everything felt heavy. And what I realized was this: I didn't have a discipline problem. I didn't have a motivation problem. I had a control problem. Because real trust doesn't look like saying the right things. It looks like actually letting go, and that's where most people stop. You see, we say we want God's direction, but only if it fits the plan we already have. We say that we trust Him, but we're still managing every outcome behind the scenes. We say we're surrendered, but still holding on to what feels safe. And the reason this matters is because you cannot hear God clearly while you're still trying to stay in control. Control creates noise. It fills your mind with what ifs, backup plans, fear, pressure even. And when your life is full like that, there's no space. And trust me, God doesn't compete with noise. He meets you in the stillness. So if you've been feeling disconnected, it's not because God is silent. It's because you haven't fully let go. And I know this is uncomfortable because letting go feels like losing control, stepping into the unknown, not having everything figured out. But what you don't realize is that's actually where peace is. Because peace doesn't come from having control. It comes from trusting who's the one in control. And this is a shift that changed everything for me. I stopped trying to figure everything out and I started creating peace. Space to sit in stillness. Space to listen. The space to not rush decisions. Space to actually ask God and wait to hear Him. And it wasn't dramatic. Actually, it was quite simple. I would sit in the morning, even for just a few minutes. And instead of trying to plan everything, I would ask, God, what matters today? And then I would actually pay attention. During the day, I started noticing, does this feel like peace or pressure? Because God leads with peace, not confusion, not urgency, and not chaos. And at night, I would reflect. Where did I noticeably trust today? Where am I still trying to control? And slowly, clarity started coming back. Peace started coming back. I wasn't forcing everything anymore. I was walking with Him. You see, and that's the thing. It's if we don't prompt our mind to be mindful and aware of what we are doing every day, like being in control, we're not able to actually step back to not be in control. And so we're so fixated on trying to hear God clearly where we're not worried about the root of the problem, which is the fact that we're trying to always be in control. And that's what I want for you. Not more discipline, not more pressure, not trying harder or trying a different way, but actual alignment, actual stillness. Trust that actually shows up in your life and not just your words. If you've been feeling this, like you know you're called to more, but something feels off, heavy, or unclear, I made something for you. It's a free guide that walks you through exactly what's blocking you from hearing God clearly and how to shift out of control and into clarity. You can download it below in the show notes. And if you're ready to go deeper, to actually walk this out in your life and decisions, you can also apply to work with me one-on-one. Look, you don't have to figure this out alone. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about finally letting go and walking the way that you're meant to.